Welcome to this DaVinci Resolve Fusion node breakdown. Today's node is the Pseudo Color Node. So we're going to jump into DaVinci and look for a Pseudo Color Node. And you can see right off the bat, it does some weird coloring. All right, the Pseudo Color Node basically gives you the ability to make variations of the image based on waveforms. And there is no real single purpose for this other than creativity, you know? So other than trying to do something different with your footage, you're never gonna really pull out the Pseudo Color Node unless you want to do pseudo color. So the way this works is up top in our inspector, we've got tabs for red, green, blue, and alpha. And by default, all of them are check marked on. So if we go to the green, we can see it's on, but if we shut it off, it's going to shut that waveform off, even though it turns everything green. But that just means it's not applying anything to the green channels, therefore all the green's coming through. But if we go to our red, we have the ability to change our lows and our highs to start getting different looks. So if we go to our blue channel, which is also on, we can make changes, bring up our lows, and bring down our highs, kind of get the look we're looking for, which I really don't know, but the look we're looking for. So once you start getting your look, you can start messing with the soft edges to soften up your edges. And your waveforms, which this whole node is based on, is waveforms, is changeable. So we can go from sine to triangle to sawtooth to square. And that's independent on each channel, you can change it. Now you've also got the frequency, which changes the frequency of the waveform. And this is all keyframeable, so we can go in the beginning, add a keyframe, go to the end, change our frequency, and now it's keyframed. You can see it's changing. Now down here in phase, we can change the actual phase of the frequency, which is keyframeable. So let's go to our red channel and we'll add a keyframe, go to the end, and we'll say 25. So now our red and blue channels are changing and it's flashing. Now down here, the mean kind of determines the level of the waveform. So higher values kind of increase the overall brightness and lower values decrease it. Up here, you notice this wrap. And what the wrap does is anything that's kind of exceeding your allowable parameters as far as that color channel goes, it's just going to wrap them back down. So this is kind of just a safe way to make sure you're not exceeding crazy color values. And down here you have your amplitude, which increases or decreases the overall waveform that you just put in. So we can decrease it or increase it. So how would you use this? I mean, honestly, like I said, it's 100% creative, so you can use it however you want. So let's try something, I guess. Let's bring in a merge node and let's soften this up a bit. Bring it down into this node. And let's go ahead and pick something like saturation. So it does that. So you got some weird, crazy effect going on. Let's blur this up a little bit. There. So I guess this is doable. I mean, good music video material maybe. So let's bring in another merge node. Merge in right there. Bring our footage back in. And we got this crazy thing going on. So let's go ahead and bring in a transform node. Let's change these settings so we're not so strong. Let's up our size a little bit so we can get kind of a halation effect going on. And let's change this one to, let's try hue. There we go. So, be creative, mess around with it. That is the Pseudo Color Node. I will see you in the next node breakdown.